Alrighty. Who dat? Who dat? It's been a while since I've been on here. I apologize. I was busy. Of course, last week I was kind of PO'd because of the whole, that team beat us. But this week we got it. We got it going on. We defeated the Succaneers Part 2, 8-2 overall, and we're doing awesome sauce. Doing good. We got it going on. I picked tonight to go live, but unfortunately I see Deuce is on, so I figure everybody's going to be on his channel. But it's okay, It is okay. We will get the people in here and talking. Who that say? Who that say? Yeah. So, okay, YouTube took everybody away. Whatever. So yeah. So, won 34-17. Swept the Bucks. Swept them. Hey, Jerry, what's going on? Sucking ears. Hey, look, YouTube's telling me no one's watching me. Even though I got 2 people in here. Interesting. See, YouTube's always screwing me around. They suck. It's trash. This is probably the last time you're going to see me with the beard because I'm probably going to shave it soon. So, 8-2, that's right. So, yep. Last week, that game that we lost, I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to do a recap of anything, but I was kind of PO'd anyway, so Drew Brees went 28-35, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, Jerry, we do. We run it. The thing that's been pissing me off on Twitter lately, and I've seen this I haven't seen it on Facebook, I've seen it on Twitter. There are so-called Saints fans that are calling out Drew Brees saying, oh, well, Drew Brees is sucking and we should put Teddy in. And I made a whole point about this on Twitter. It's a team sport. Teddy Bridgewater had one good game where he went over 300 yards. The rest of the games, he went 150, 175, 200. The defense carried us in those games. It wasn't just Teddy going 5-0. Teddy is a game manager. Could he keep this up? He could have. However, Brees is the starter. Brees did so much for our team. He led us to the Super Bowl. Until Brees' arm falls off, he is the starter. And how the hell is he sucking? He played good. Even last week, he played decent. It was the defense that sucked. I mean, it wasn't Brees' fault, but 28-35, 228. Yeah, he had 228 yards passing. It's not 300 yards, but you know what? A win is a win. Okay? I don't care if Brees has 12 yards passing. As long as we win, it's a team sport. For all those people that are going to say, put Teddy back in, screw that. You ain't Saints fans. You going to say, put Teddy in over Brees? You shitting me? No. There's so many people I blocked on Twitter because of this. They're like, dude, Brees is washed up. Show me where he's washed up. Or you can't throw the deep ball. It's not that he can't throw the deep ball. It's not. It's they don't want him to throw the deep ball. He's thrown it. But he doesn't have to throw the ball 20, 30, 50 times in a game. He doesn't have to throw 50-yard passes. He can. His thumb is still healing, folks. They don't get that. It's miraculous. It's like, okay, well, whatever. But Kamara had 13 rushes for 75 yards, 5.8 average, no touchdowns. He had 10 receptions for 47 yards, 3 punt returns for 32 yards, a 10.7 average. MT13, he's leading the league in receptions. I wish I would have wrote this down. I can't remember. I think he's got he's over 1,000. He broke the record for most receptions in 10 games. He beat Julio Jones. He's got 94. I believe he's got 94 receptions. The Eagles only have 93. The Ravens only have 90, 92 or 89. So MT13 went 8 receptions, 114, 14-2, and a touchdown. So Oh, yeah, defenses. Cam Jordan had 1.5 sacks. He got the 9.5 sacks on the season. He's closing in on double digits for 5 out of the 7 times. He's got it going on. So he's got everything going on. And it's all good. I put the PayPal in there, in case anybody wants to donate. It's not a necessity, but hey, I got plans I want to do for the channel and all that stuff. So yeah, we scored a lot of touchdowns. We kicked ass. Future sales going on. Yeah, penalties suck. I mean, that Falcons game, we had 4 freaking illegal hands to the face. That was a bunch of BS right there. Okay, no team ever gets 4 illegal hands to the face. Them referees were cheating for that team. So yeah. I don't expect to get much people in here because I didn't realize Deuce was streaming. Unfortunately, I don't get how he had 158 people watching him. And the sad part about it is I probably know more than him in sports. I do. I could be a sports commentator right now. I got stats coming out my ass. I mean, so I could just ramble on and say stuff. Yep. Well, it's not next Thursday. It's wait. Yeah, wait, it is Thanksgiving. Damn right. 30 birds are going down. I got so many memes lined up. I got about 50 of them lined up. I'm gonna float them suckers on Twitter. But the whole notion of this, Breeze is sucking and stuff is totally outlined. So, hey, Jerry, if I have to answer you on my other account, I have to go on my phone, right? I just logged it in just to log it in, but but yeah, I didn't get a chance to do a recap last week because I was out of town and stuff, but I was kind of PO'd to do one anyway. So. But then again, it might have got a response. But, yeah, I put my PayPal up there for holidays and stuff like that. If anybody wants to donate, it'd be awesome. So, nope, I don't watch college football except for LSU and Tulane. I heard about it. Because I kept seeing memes on Twitter about I think it was Baylor. And they were talking about one of them blew a 28-3 lead, and I think it was Baylor because somebody on Twitter had the Falcons logo, but it was all green, and I was like, So, but yeah, I strictly watch LSU only, and well sometimes Tulane. Ever since I got rid of my TV, well I have my TV, but ever since I got rid of my cable a few years ago, I really don't, I checked the scores out, but I really hadn't kept up with much. LSU, number 1 in the rankings still, so that's good. Alabama's number 5, and Tua went down, so they're done. They're done. And I guess the Bengals are going to draft Joe Burrow. I seen a guy on Twitter make this thing. And I told him it's impossible because we don't have a number 1 draft pick next year, I don't think. He's like, I believe he said something like, give up a number 1 next year, give up number 1 for the next 3 years, give up 2 number 2s, give up a number 3, and then give up a number 4 to draft Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a good quarterback, but he ain't worth like 10 draft picks. And this person was also saying, re-sign Drew Brees for 1 more year and then draft Burrow. Yeah, I told this dude, I said, number 1, Saints don't draft LSU. With the exception of Will Clapp, they don't. They draft Ohio State. If they were going to draft a quarterback, they would draft Haskins, I think his name is, for Ohio State. They would draft him. Jameis Winston threw 4 interceptions, but one of those was like behind the back, so I really wouldn't call it an interception. It was more like a fumble or a tip. I don't know. Kyle Allen sucks. Panthers are 5-5. They're coming to the Dome. They ain't much of a threat to us. 3-game division lead. even if for miraculous they beat us twice, which ain't gonna happen. When we play them again the last game of the season, you know, I don't see them making the playoffs. I don't. I mean, the NFC is too good. You're gonna have to have 10 or 11 wins as a wild card to make the playoffs. I mean, you know, and then all of a sudden now Atlanta wants to play. Oh, 2 wins in a row. They're 1-7. Now all of a sudden they want to start winning. Isn't it typical of Atlanta? They suck ass and then they just start winning towards the end. I don't get it. Yeah, I did see that. I don't talk to Alabama fans. I don't deal with Alabama fans. I would never marry now. If I don't care if I like this girl 100 times, I would never in a million years date an Alabama fan or marry an Alabama fan. I'd be like, sorry, that's the deal breaker. She could be like Kate Upton or Cindy Crawford or Kardashian. No, never do it. The Rams are 5-3, 5-4, 6-3. They're still behind Seattle in the NFC West, so they're not going to make it. Apparently, we need the 49ers to beat the Packers because the Packers are tied. I think we're still a number 3 seed. The Packers had the bye week, so yeah, that's right. Well, the Rams are 1 or 2 games behind. 2 games behind Seattle. I think Seattle 8-2. So yeah, Seattle 8-2. You got Green Bay 8-2. You have the Niners are 9-1. You have the Saints 8-2. So I figure it's going to take at least 10 or 11 wins to make the playoffs as a wild card. The only exception is Dallas is like 6-4, so that's a weak division. Dallas is probably going to make the playoffs like 8-8, 9-7, maybe 10-6. I mean, San Francisco got a hell of a schedule. The Packers, then they got to play the Saints, and then they got to play I don't remember all their schedule. They have to play all of it, but you know. Yeah, I saw that, Jerry. I saw that. I don't like to talk about Alabama because I hate them and they suck. Mostly. But, oops. What did I do with that? But, yeah. I tell you what, next week, if I don't do a live, I'm gonna do it. I may wait till a Thursday or I may do it Monday night. Because I thought I was avoiding everyone, and I didn't realize Deuce was on. So that's probably where everyone is. So, and then another one. It's funny how I go on all the Saints webcast, and they really don't acknowledge me, which is funny. Of course, those big ones don't ever come on my channel anyway. So it's not really a, you know, I think Deuce still subscribes to me, but I haven't seen him in forever. You know, he came up with that whole Aaron Brooks is better than Archie Manning, and ever since then I'm like, this dude does. You know, when someone's gonna throw this logic at me, I'm sorry. You can't be whatever. LA, I don't know. That game last night, Kansas City and San Diego. Phillip Rivers threw 2 picks on his last 2 possessions at 37 years old. San Diego, and I call them San Diego. I know they're L.A. I call them San Diego because, well, I can. Scooby-Doo. They're 4-7. They're out of anything. We play the Chiefs and the Chargers next year, supposedly. Hopefully we don't get an out of the country thing. The Packers are the only team not to play out of the country. Not in Mexico, not in England, because they're not required to by NFL rules because the Packers are majority owned by shareholders, the fans, and the fans don't want them to, and the NFL can't make them, you know. But this whole going to London and going to Mexico, it's a bunch of crap, you know. We shouldn't have to lose a home game to go to Mexico and to go. You know, it's the last thing we need is Drew Brees going to Mexico, okay? We don't need our quarterback getting sick. I don't even like him going to England. You know, I mean, if they're going to put a team in England, just take Jacksonville or don't take Carolina. Take Jacksonville or take one of these other teams that suck, like the I don't know, whoever else. Throw them over there. But that's too far. I mean, if you're going to put a team in England, in London, you might as well just put one in Mexico City, because Mexico City, you know, NFL games, they usually give it 110,000. I think last night it was around 74,000, but that turf was better than the year before when the Chiefs and the Rams played. But yeah, Atlanta's kind of weird. Atlanta goes, well, we're going to start the season sucking ass. And then when they figure they're 1-7, they figure, okay, we're going to be number 1 in the draft. Let's start winning. Now they're like number 8. So that's their strategy. Yesterday on the Rich Eisen show, Rich Eisen had Michael Thomas. First he had Matt Ryan. Then he had Michael Thomas. And I'm like, why in the hell are you going to put Matt Ryan on the same show after you interview one after the other? He should have had Matt Ryan and Cam Jordan on the same side, on the same split screen. Then you would have some fireworks. But Michael Thomas really doesn't do any interviews, so he just felt like doing an interview yesterday. And I watched it, you know. MT gets every penny he deserves, you know. Trying to get him to follow me on Twitter. I'm trying. So, you know. I notice a lot of these Twitter pages don't post anymore. WWL Radio doesn't do as many posts as they used to ever since the whole Seth Dunlap thing, you know. And he did post that thing, you know. So he did. They found out he did. He swears he didn't. He may have been the one that added me on the WWL account. I don't know. But WWL Radio really doesn't post too much. I mean, they posted a little bit today, but they don't really post too much on Twitter anymore. I guess they limited who has access to their account, which is a smart thing. You know, see, that's why the Saints don't add people, because a Respo or Repo, whatever the hell his name in that. I met that dude. He's a total prick. He's an arrogant little bastard. He started in New England and he jumped up. You know, he's a Saints social media manager. He's like, he gives me his card. He's like, oh, call me. I'm like, dude, just add me on the Saints account. That's all I asked for. I don't need I was like, just add me. I don't care if it's for one day. Just add me on the Saints account so I can take a screenshot or a picture and say, look, the Saints added me. He won't even do that. You know, so I don't know. But next week, Carolina in the Dome. Perfect. You know, I just wish that Scam Newton was gonna play with the Scam. I really wish, and he may never play for the Panthers again. You know, but there's this thing I saw on Twitter today. I don't remember which columnist said it. Probably Colin Cowherd, because he hates New Orleans. He hates the Saints. He hates the Pelicans. I think actually Colin Cowherd did say this. He said that if Teddy Bridgewater was smart, he would sign with the Panthers, because the Panthers would give him a lot of money and he would be the starter. And I don't even watch Colin Cowherd because he's a total idiot. But I saw this clip and I'm shaking my head and I go, Nah, Tua's not going to fall. He's probably still going to be a top pick. He might not be the overall number 1. He's probably going to be top 5. Because by the time the combine comes around, he'll be 90 to 100%. Because they say he's got I think he already had surgery, but I think it's 3 months and then he can train again. So, I mean, he's going to have time. So, I don't care about him, Jerry. I'm just like, he's anti-New Orleans. He's the one who said, I don't think Zion Williamson should go to New Orleans. That's a bad culture. Yeah, screw you. He puts the juju on my teams. I'm tired of him. Then he gets Drew Brees on his show and he kisses Drew Brees' ass. And he's like, oh, I think the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl shit. No, we don't need Colin Cowherd saying, we don't need any of them people. They still pick against the Saints. They still pick us. Last week, they had 3 out of the 4 on Fox pick against the Saints. Every week, they're picking against the Saints. I don't know what the hell we got to do. Show these people, we had one fluky game against the Falcons. Okay, whatever. Shit happens. It's life. I'd rather lose a game or two than go undefeated and do what the Patriots did and go 17-18-0 and lose in the Super Bowl. The Rams had our number and the Falcons had our number, and that's fine. Ryan Clark all of a sudden after bashing the Saints sort of got on the Saints bandwagon. I'm like, But I tell you this about ESPN. They got 3 or 4 analysts. They got Booger McFarland. They got Ryan Clark. They got Marcus Spears. All LSU. All week long after we beat Alabama, they were like taking over ESPN. They all 3 of them on the same show. But like Good Morning Football, we got Kay Adams. She's a Bears fan, but she's really a Saints fan too. I would consider her a Saints fan, even though she roots for the Bears. She's a Saints fan because she's the only one on that panel, and them 3 guys, the 4th person, she's the only one, week after week, roots for the Saints. She put the Saints number 1 in the power rankings, and they were like, what? There was a few polls. There was one poll where the Saints were number 1 in power rankings. NFL.com puts the Saints number 6. But then again, who really gives about the NFL.com poll? Because that NFL.com doesn't matter, in my opinion. They never did, and they never will. And it's so hilarious that they had that workout for Colin Kaepernick. And, Sean Payton was like, well, we don't need a quarterback. We're good there. And I don't know how it went, but ain't no one going to sign him. He's washed up. All the executives were saying, oh, he's good, blah, 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 but he's washed up. Hey, Pro Gamer, what's going on? We might be 2nd seed again. I know we were 3rd seed because we were half game back because we had the bye and Green Bay played. We might have a tiebreak over Green Bay even though we didn't play them. But, as long as we top 1 or 2. AFC sucks. But, they moved. Y'all remember, they moved, and I didn't think they can do this. Because CBS has the AFC teams. They moved the game from Fox to CBS. So you're going to have 2 NFC teams on CBS. And that's good because I can pick CBS up on my satellite. But I can get the games on my phone. I jury-rigged my antenna. I bought this little crappy antenna and I jury-rigged it. I get like 12 channels on it, whatever. I watch football and that's about it. But they rigged it. And Tony Romo and Tracy Wolfson and there's somebody else who's going to be for the game. So many Saints fans on Twitter were like, thank God Tony Romo's doing the game. He's intelligent, blah, blah, blah. Tony Romo is a Cowboys. He rooted for the Cowboys. He's not going to root for anybody. He may be intelligent, but it is what it is. Then again, Jim Nantz, yeah. Then again, that's why I don't watch the TV feeds, or when I used to, I'd mute it. I get really sick and tired of hearing Troy Aikman bash the Saints, and Joe Buck is just, he needs to go. I can't deal with Joe Buck calling football games. Let's stick to baseball. Just like Max Kellerman is a boxing commentator who thinks he knows anything about football. He's another one. Max Kellerman can't wait to jump off. Just can't wait to bash the Saints. He does it every week. We can win 112-0, and he'd still find wrong with them. Yeah, thank God that the AFC team sucks so bad that Fox, see, they can only protect 3 games, and Fox didn't protect the Saints-Panthers game for whatever reason. So since they didn't prevent it, and the 49ers Packers, I think, went to Sunday night. They switched to, after like week 9 or 10, they can flex the games. So Fox, who has the NFC rights, CBS has the AFC rights. That is Joe Buck's wife. I didn't even know that. I don't pay attention to Countdown. I don't watch that stuff. Hey, Malcolm, what's going on? Yeah, last week I was out of town, and you wouldn't have want me on with a loss to the Falcons. I would have imploded. And YouTube got this whole kids-friendly thing now, so now you got to say in a video if you're pro kids again. I don't know. It's just weird. You have to choose when you make a video now if you're making it for kids or not. And I'm not making videos directed at kids, so I put no. So I don't know how the hell that's going to affect any channel. If they want to come on here, that's fine, but I can't say whatever. So I'm kind of glad I didn't make a video last week because, yeah, it would have been 45 minutes of F, and then a couple of choice words, and then followed by FFF. So, yeah. But Fox didn't protect the Saints-Panthers game, so CBS picked it up, which proves that the AFC sucks. So it's going to be really weird. But back in the day, before 1993, CBS had the NFC games. NBC had the AFC games, so it's kind of switched. But it's really weird. They're going to see two NFC teams playing on CBS. But thank God we don't have to deal with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. God damn. And whoever was on the TV commentating this last week against the Bucks, Joe Bob and Billy Bob, and I don't remember who the hell it was. They were awful too. I got to mute the TV. Yeah, I saw that Future Seal on Pro Football Reference. No, was it Pro Football Reference or PFF? PFF Saints on Twitter. And PFF, the grading system, they did that. Yeah, I know about that, Jerry. Yeah, Jim Nantz was born in Charlotte, but he grew up in New Orleans. I read that. Jim Nantz is actually a Saints fan. I don't think he's ever come out and said it, but you can kind of tell he's a Saints fan. Because I've never heard Jim Nantz say one bad thing about the Saints. But then again, Jim Nantz doesn't say bad things about teams. He'll call it like it is, but I've heard him commentate games in the past. He's not like your Aikman or your Bucks. Your Joe Bucks are going to make up stuff but sports commentators aren't supposed to root. They're supposed to be not biased, neutral. Troy Aikman, that Saints-Cowboys game, he was rooting for Cowboys so bad. He should have just came out and said, Cowboys, whatever. Apparently, Aikman's getting a sense of humor because he made a joke last week in the game, and everybody was like, he made a joke. He went off the script. Joe Buck will be like this. Joe Buck will be, okay, he'll read off of this. Joe Buck is like, you put stuff on a teleprompter, he'll read it. Just like Max Burgundy, when they screwed up his teleprompter, he was going blah, 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 blah. Or the dude from Evan, from Bruce Almighty. We didn't play Carolina yet, Pro Gamer. This is the first time we play them. Then we played Carolina last game of the season. For like years, for 5 or 6 years, we always played Tampa the last game. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that we already swept Tampa and we just starting to play Carolina. So week 10. What week are we in now? We're like in week 11. Oh. We played Tampa the last game. But yeah, the Falcons beat the shit out of the Panthers. I think it was like 29-3 or something, 26-3. We would have swept them last year. But when we played the Bucks last year, we rested all our players. So, we gave them a win. And we lead the overall series against the Bucks. That's 1 out of 8 teams we lead against the we lead against them. So I mean, heck, but yeah. Yep. We don't even need the number 1 seed. We'll take the number 2 seed. I want the number 1 seed, obviously. You get home field advantage throughout. But really doesn't matter. We're going to win no matter what. Because the 49ers have a weakness, and his name is Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay? Jimmy Garoppolo, you look at his stats. He is a Teddy Bridgewater knockoff. In other words, the 49ers have a good defense because they got Bosa and they got what's his name? Richard Sherman, that other guy. 49ers have a defense. They had a weakness when they lost that game to Seattle in overtime last week or the week before. I saw that. It was either Sunday night or Monday night game because I was out of town and I saw it. And I was like, this game ever going to end? I want to go to sleep. And I fell asleep throughout the game, and I woke up and I saw the game winning kick in overtime. Don't remember the score, but Seattle beat them. And then Russell Wilson was like, "Holy shit, we just won the Super Bowl!" And he was up and down. I think he was giving a dry hump to what's his face, my mind blanks. I can't think of whatever. So. Yeah, that Cardinals game, the Cardinals were winning, 20-0 at one point or something? Because I'm looking at the NFL and I'm looking at the scores and I think it was like 21-0 or 20-0. And I'm thinking, okay, run the football. I don't know how the 49ers came back. Garoppolo? Nah, he ain't nothing. Garoppolo's their weakness. That offensive line and Garoppolo is the 49ers' weakness and their downfall, and Seattle proved it. Seattle proved that's how you attack him. They sacked Garoppolo, 8 times, 6 times? You get him, you blitz him, he will fumble. He will throw a pick. Speaking of picks, how about that pick 6 that Winston threw? That was a beauty. Marcus Williams returned that sucker from pick 6. I called the pick 6 in that game. That was freaking awesome. Zach Streep was like, what is going on? Ever since Winston did that, I think the Bucks are like 5-26 or something like that. I don't know. Some people say we put a voodoo curse on them. Bucks ain't won crap. It's good. The NFC South next year is going to be so different because Jameis Winston probably won't be with Tampa Bay, and Cam Newton's going to be gone. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cam Newton goes to Tampa and Jameis goes to Carolina. That would be hysterical. I'd be like, okay, See, San Francisco doesn't have the playoff experience. So if they get the playoffs, they're not going to win. And they got a tough schedule. The next 5 games, they play the Packers, then they got the Saints. And there was 2 or 3 other teams. The next 5 games, I think they play teams with winning records. So they're going to have to prove they can beat the Packers. They can. Will they? I doubt it. Especially if that game's in Lambeau, they don't have a chance. If that game's in San Francisco at Levi Stadium, which I still call Candlestick, even though it's not the same stadium, I don't remember. Then San Francisco might have a chance. But that game, if it was in Green Bay, they wouldn't have a chance in hell. Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco, he might throw a couple picks. It might be close. San Francisco might win that game. Do I want them to? No. Either way. But if San Francisco wins, it helps us out. I don't know, some BS, whatever. I don't really. Best case scenario, it's a tie because it's a half a win and a half a loss. So it works out in both scenarios. And then we play San Francisco and we beat them and we get the tiebreaker. Wish we played Green Bay. That would be so perfect. But Josh Hill had that concussion in the last game. They said it's a mild concussion. He might play next week, maybe. I mean, Andres Pete, he's out another 5 weeks or so with that broken arm. He's a decent tackle, but I don't think we should re-sign him. But pass interference challenge is dumb because the NFL, the referees won't call it. They already came out in like week 1 or 2 in the regular season. One of the senior NFL referees went on a Pat McAfee show and said, we're not calling it, because they're at an impasse. They owe the referees money or some shit. The union wants to strike again. They were like, we're not calling it. I mean, they had probably something like 40 challenges. I think they only upheld or changed 2 or 3 of them. All 4 Panthers fans. I mean, the Panthers have more fans than the Falcons, but the Falcons only have like 3. Panthers might have 4 or 5. The Panthers are 5-5. I don't see them making the playoffs unless they win every game, and we know that's not going to happen. Because in the NFC as a wild card, you're probably going to need 10 wins, I would think. Dallas probably won't get to 10 wins. They'll probably win 9-7. They might get to 10-6 to get their division because the Giants suck, the Skins suck, and the Eagles don't know what the Eagles' record is, but they probably suck too. But in the long run, and this dude bet me $500 at the beginning of the season, Saints. He goes, I'll bet you $500 Saints will not make the playoffs. And I said, fuck that. We will make it. How would Atlanta win out? I don't think I said Atlanta winning anything, but Atlanta can win every game and go 9-7. They still won't make the playoffs. Why? They suck. They're trash. Their star wide receiver can't catch a cold. Matt Ryan played his ass out. I got to give the Falcons credit. I got to give them credit. See, the thing about the Falcons is they didn't run the football. Now, all of a sudden, in the last 2 games, they're running the football. They were pulling the Bears 6 times. Tampa Bay only ran the ball 6 or 8 times against us. Of course, they were down 20-0. They came back. And I'm thinking, shit, it's LSU all over again. LSU was up 28-0, and they let Ole Miss come back, and then to a degree. So I'm sitting in a restaurant. It's 20-0. I'm like, okay, fine. I get home. It's 27-7. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what the Saints are going to do. Oh, damn right I'm an LSU fan. Shit, you damn right. LSU, Tulane, Nichols, McNeese. I like all the Saints. I like all the Louisiana teams. Go Tigers. Yeah, I got my LSU hat sitting over there. I do wear that from time to time. But, yep. The Saints are going to get payback. They will get payback. They will beat Atlanta. Atlanta's going to suck. Atlanta, it's funny. Atlanta goes 1-7, They better give Burrow. I'm telling you right now, if they don't give Burrow, if they give that damn Heisman Trophy to Tua, it's so rigged. I'm telling you, it's rigged. Burrow's got to be. In order for Burrow to get the Heisman, he's going to have to go undefeated and get to the championship because they do the Heisman before the national championship game. So, yeah, I think Dallas is going to go 9-7. But you see, Dallas is in a weak division, so they'll probably clinch the division at 9-7. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas wins a playoff game and we get Dallas in the Superdome for round 2, if it works out that way. I don't know if it would, but I want to beat Dallas again. Because these Dallas fans, we beat Dallas, and they still. A couple of weeks ago, I was streaming, and I had a Dallas fan come up in here and talk shit. You know what? I'm tired of these damn Cowgirls fans coming on this page. We beat the crap out of the Dallas Cowgirls. They need to stay on their page, There's this dude, what's his name? This Mosh guy who talks crap. I don't personally watch his channel, but he talks crap about JP, and this dude's an idiot. This dude's actually thinking that the world revolves around Dallas. Dallas sucks. You know, Dallas is trash. They play in a weak division. If Dallas was in the NFC South, they wouldn't have won a single game this year. You know, they might have beat Atlanta. Correction, they probably would have beat Atlanta. Everybody beats Atlanta. We will beat Atlanta on Thanksgiving night. I guarantee you that. That is a promise. You know, that will be a promise. We're going to take care of the Panthers, and we're going to take care of, you know, whatever. So they're probably going to expand. Why not just have the college playoff like the NCAA tournament? 65, 60, it used to be 64, now 68. Hell, just put, you know what they want to do with the college playoff? Any team that's got a winning record, even if they're 6-6, any team that's bowl eligible, stick their ass in there. And if it's uneven, like a 107, if it's uneven number, then the top 5 and 7 team gets in. You know, have them all play. Have all 142 bowl eligible teams in there and fight to the death. Make Alabama win 17-5 games in a row. Make them go 75-0 to win a championship. The NFC South should be the Saints, the Falcons, the Cowboys, and the Bucks. And maybe you can throw the Texans in there too and make it a 5, you know, because at one point, you know, behind you, I don't see anybody behind me except for that ghost right there. You know, that window shade. But other than that, nah. I don't know if I'd put the Panthers in it. I guess you could. I don't know. 8 camel toes called Lambo. 8. You know, let me tell you something about this 8. This little bastard 8 camel toes went on JP stream using my name. He took one of my videos and started talking shit about me. This little prick doesn't know a damn thing about me. 8 camel toes. I watched a couple of his videos. He was literally crying in tears last year. My team sucks. Yeah, fuck him. I don't remember what stream it was, but he took my name and he started using my name and calling me shit. And I told him, I said, you know what, dude? Your team sucks ass. Your team sucks. And I wish I wouldn't even block him. I wish he'd come on here. And I'd let him say whatever the hell he felt like it. Then I'd block him eventually because, you know, he's no good bastard. But screw him. Yeah, I watched a few of his videos, and in one video he's sitting in the car and he's breaking down crying. His team's like 4-9 or something, or 3-8, and he's crying. He's like, my team should be better than this. Like, what a wuss, you know. When I was in JP's stream and I was talking shit to that gambler dude who thinks he outsmarted me, that dude, you shitting me? This gambler dude's supposed to be the best? Nah, whatever. Oh, I don't put up with that. I don't put up with that. That 8 camel toes dude? Nah. Next time JP streams, he might stream tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to go up in there. I'm going to call it 8 camel toes dude out. I don't care. He can't prove me shit. You know? I mean, nobody likes JP. I mean, a lot of people don't like JP, and it is what it is. I went in the stream a few weeks ago. There was this chick. I don't even know what team she represents. She's from Jersey or Mexico, and she's talking with this accent. I don't even know who the hell she is. She's like, JP, I'm going to get everybody to flag your channel. We going to put your channel out of business. JP's like, okay, fine. These people just hate JP. Why they hate JP? Because he with the Saints WHODAT Nation. Come on. You know, but to bring personal life, and they're talking about his kids and his family, you don't do that kind of stuff. I don't care if it is a trash talk community stuff. You don't, it's football. You don't bring a man's family and whatever. You don't bring personal issues into a football thing. That's just, you know, that's why a lot of times I don't go on his streams. Because, I mean, I go on the streams, but I just can't sit here and just, like, not. These people just piss me off severely. And a lot of these people, like with the Titans and teams that suck, a Giants dude is talking trash to JP. The Giants suck ass. I mean, at least if you're going to talk trash, have a relevant where your team is in the playoff hunt. Like the Titans aren't shit, the Giants aren't shit, and Cameltoe's a piece of crap. He's a Panthers fan, and I'm not even going to deal with his ass. But I'm not going to say that person did wrong and didn't do wrong. I'm not getting in JP's business. That's none of my business. But I find this to believe where all of these people are actually going on social media and digging up dirt on JP just to start shit with him. And then they're going to say, we're going to flag your channel. We're going to get your channel lead. I don't know what that chick's name was, but I think she was a 49ers fan because that stream was all 49ers fans. But maybe she was from Jersey. I don't know. I just wanted to put duct tape on her mouth and just shut her up. So, I mean, it's just she had this nasally voice. She wouldn't shut the hell up. I had to mute the stream. But they're sitting there talking about JP's family and stuff. And like I said, you don't bring up personal stuff on a stream. You don't. It's football. And that's what these camel toes people and the rest of them people do. And that's why I don't like to get into TTC, because believe me, when I was on JP's stream, I owned that dude Gambler. I don't know him. I owned his ass. I don't know that dude. He's trying to say shit about me. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. You never even seen me before. You don't know me. How you going to talk shit about me? These people talk shit about you. He doesn't even know me. He never been on my streams. And then he's going to talk shit about me. The only thing he knows about me is I'm a Saints fan. That's it. And then I'm a friend of JP because WHODAT Nation, one big family. So they make up stuff to get riles out of people. And, but YouTube doesn't do anything anyway. You can flag a channel 75 times in a row and YouTube won't. The only time they will take an issue with anything if it's violence, which should not be on here anyway. But these people, when they go on JP stream, they're crazy. They should be put in the mental hospital. They're just Fruity Loops. I don't know what it is. It's just I never know what it is. It's just, Georgia? I don't know. I didn't look. I know LSU was 1 and Ohio State was 2. Georgia was number 4, so they're probably, if they're not 4, they're probably 3. Alabama was 5, so they're on the outside sitting in. But I do know it was LSU, Ohio State. I don't remember who number 3 was, but I think Georgia might be number 3. Yeah. Well, probably so. We don't like to mention the word Alabama around here because they suck. Terrible team. Alabama blows. Alabama is so many people that think they know, about whatever. You can interchange the Patriots and the Alabama fans. They're the same fan base, basically. Just one wears white and one wears red. Basically saying, you could put Belichick on the Alabama team and you could put Saban on the Patriots, and it'd be the same result probably. They system quarterbacks, basically. Nick Saban was in the NFL with the Dolphins, but the Dolphins tanked. So, but I do thank Nick Saban for passing on Drew Brees, even though it was the Miami medical staff that passed on him. So, and I can't hate Saban because it's not like he left LSU to go to Alabama. He left LSU to go to Miami, and he even a few months ago, when he was inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, said his biggest regret was leaving LSU. Because I honestly believe if he would have stayed with LSU, LSU would have won a national championship every year, just like Alabama has, or almost every year. We probably would have had like 8 national championships by now. And that's kind of the only thing that really pisses me off in that sentiment. You know. But yeah. I will have to watch JP streams. I know he streamed yesterday. He might stream tonight. Camel Toes' team, the Pussycats, are going to lose, and they're going to lose big. And he's not going to have any comeback. He's not going to say anything. Oh, we play y'all one more time. By that time, Carolina's going to be out of the playoff race because I don't see Carolina. They're 5-5. You're going to need at least 10 wins to get in the NFC. If you're not a wild card, you're probably going to need 11 if you're a wild card. Basically, Carolina's probably going to have to win out and pray to get a wild card spot. Or, maybe they can get in if everybody, it's still open. But, no, I think the Rams have a better chance than the Panthers to get in. The Rams are 6-4, the Panthers are 5-5, so they are ahead of them anyway. Panthers would have to leap at least 4 teams to make a wild card, I think. The Saints are going to be the only playoff team in the playoffs from the NFC South. Everybody's saying that. Kevin Holland said that on the radio. A few other ones said that the Rams have a hangover. High-powered offense, and they scored 3 points against the Patriots. The Saints would have scored like 47 points. The Saints would have beat the crap out of the Patriots, and that's just the thing that pisses me off. The Saints would have won that Super Bowl last year. We would have decimated the Patriots. We would have blew Shady Brady out the water. And we may get a chance at Shady Brady this year. That's if the Ravens don't make it, because the Ravens did beat the Patriots. Lamar Jackson, MVP caliber, top 5 MVP, all quarterbacks. They're not even giving a vote to Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas could have 200 receptions. They will never vote him MVP. Never. Oh, we would have, if it would have been Saints and Chiefs, we would have blistered the Chiefs. All you got to do to stop. See, here's a problem. All you got to do to stop Mahomes is blitz him, blitz him, blitz him, and blitz him. And if he gets off passes, shovel passes, dunk passes, no-look passes, he's looking at the ceiling, so be it. Make him earn it, but just blitz him. He's still in the second year. The key to stopping Mahomes is to blitz the hell out of him. And the Saints can do that. So Andy Reid's teams have always had bad defenses. I mean, even when he was with Philadelphia, he had bad defenses. I mean, he had Troy Vincent, he had other ones, but I mean, the name of the game is to outscore. If you give up 42, as long as you win 43. I mean, look at last year, the Chiefs and the Rams. That was like, 53-52 or some crap like that. Nobody can stop anybody. So I don't know. They couldn't stop anybody. So it was absolutely crazy. I mean, heck. So I guess everybody must be on Deuce's stream still. I'm going to be on about another 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm probably going to go. I just wanted to get that quick hour in. Being 8-2 and a 3-game lead on the Panthers, first place in the NFC South. Perfect scenario. And I don't see us losing to Carolina. I would say we're going to win 34-24, and that's probably too optimistic because I think Carolina might score more. They got McCaffrey, but that's the only thing they got going for them. If they stop McCaffrey, but McCaffrey is injury prone. He's fumble prone. I I mean, a win is a win. I don't care if we win 2-0 or 38-37. A win is a win, basically. So, but yeah. But I think next week I'm going to have to schedule this on a Monday or something because I got to avoid all these. I didn't know Deuce was going to be on. The dude gets 158 people watching him. I don't know how these big YouTube communities get that many people watching them. I'd be happy if I get 10 people watching me. I'm way more talented than Deuce is, and I should be a sportscaster. Let me tell you, I got more. Now Elias knows what he's talking about. That's who carries that feed, in my opinion. With the 2 or 3 big Saints podcasters, I go in their streams and they never say anything to me. Never. Never. And I support every Saints podcast. They just don't support back. And that's the problem with these people. That's the problem. They don't, I think Deuce subscribes to me, but he's never in here, obviously. I think I've seen him once, maybe once. And the only reason he came in then is because I was saying stuff about how I was mocking his video. But I'm on Twitter, and I'm like, Deuce was there. The most underrated Saints reporter is John Hendricks. I follow him. Amy Just is good. John DeShazier is kind of up in the air. Duncan's an ass. Larry Holder, and I don't really know. And I always listen to Christian Garrick. I talk to him on Twitter a lot. Send him messages. He responds. He's one of the good ones. Zach Streif, I send messages to him on Twitter. He responds. He's one of the good ones. But it's always the ones that don't know what they're talking about that always get ahead. And you can sit here, and I'm not saying that he doesn't really, in the long run, know. It's just what the stuff he says, he's reading off ESPN. I got these stats. Remember, I don't need the ESPN. I don't need fancy gizmos all over the screen. I don't need. And people donate super chats to him, and he doesn't even answer their questions half the time. I've noticed that. I would be lucky if just one person super chatted me, or if one person gave me a PayPal, I would be happy. But I'm not going to sit here and just ignore questions because you don't pay me. It's just, he had 158 people watching him earlier. I should probably have 200 people. Because I know I got more talent in my pinky finger than he does. I know that for a fact. So, but we're all in the WHODAT Nation family. But I just noticed the big ones have the egos. And when you have an ego, you're not going to, It is what it is. I still watch his channel. I don't watch him when he's live. Because there's really no point. But we got keys to stopping McCaffrey, blitz him, hit him, force a turnover. Turnovers are the key. 3 or 4 turnovers, blitz Kyle Allen. I think Kyle Allen's got a weakness. He hasn't seen the Saints yet. He's probably seen footage or tape. He's probably watched tape already of the Saints. He hadn't seen them in live real time. So we got the upper hand on Kyle Allen. So I think we're going to win. I think I said 34-24, something like that. I think that's what we're going to win. Unless something changes between now and then, I don't see it. Because they're going to rely on McCaffrey. When you rely on one person too much, you're doomed to fail. The Saints are pretty lucky that 75% of our receptions come from Michael Thomas. Someone, Krishan Hogan, who's going to be in the lineup, or Ginn, somebody's going to have to step up. Ginn caught that touchdown. He went over 400 career receptions. Cook caught that touchdown like 15 feet in the air, came down with it, probably 20 feet in the air. That dude like sprung up in the air. So, it's all good. But I pretty much hit the hour mark, so I'm gonna sign off. Just follow us on the social medias. We are the WHODAT Nation. Facebook at WATWDN on the Twitter. Instagram, we are the WHODAT Nation. PayPal, fieldguy316@gmail.com. Friends and family. You want to go that route via, if y'all know any Saints fans, recommend us, if you like the page. If you have any suggestions, comments, theories, leave them in the comment section because I read the comments. And, all of that good jazz, obviously. But, yeah, it's 8:30ish. And y'all go follow me. FieldGuy316 is my regular account. YouTube keeps taking people away from me. I get 3 or 4 people, and they keep taking them away. I'm stuck at 893. So I need some Saints fans to get me over 900. I'd be appreciative. I'm going to follow y'all back, obviously. I follow as much people as I can on here, but then they hit me with the limit. YouTube's notorious for taking away people, adding people, unclicking the bell, all that good stuff. Oh, I know you do, Jerry. Like I said, I wish I would have known that Deuce was streaming because I don't like to compete against other, but see, Nader on Twitter is going to get his own radio show pretty soon on one on ESPN or whatever. But yeah, I just wish I had the fan base on my side over here. I can't get the numbers. I got 20,000 people on Facebook. I just can't get them on here. That's the main problem. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to, add me on FieldGuy316 on my regular account, get me to 900. Send to PayPal if you want. That at gmail.com. Got to get the WHODAT Nation on board for the playoff push, for the Super Bowl push, because we are winning the Super Bowl this year. That's a guarantee. It's not a promise. It's a guarantee. It's Joe Willie Namath guarantee. The NFL is not going to screw us this year. The referees, they're not going to screw us. They can't screw us 3 years in a row. I mean, it can't happen. Cannot happen in the slightest. So anyway, I'm going to sign off because my throat's itching. I need to drink something. Appreciate all y'all, and I'll try to be on here Sunday after the game. If not, I'll probably be on here Monday night. So I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for watching. And of course, WHODAT? Go Saints.